What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Sunshine State Outdoors episode. This year, we have been killing a lot of diver ducks this duck season. We've been going after ringnecks and bluebills for the most part this year.
Oh shit. Right here. Kill him. Got that. Whoa! 3! How many we knocked down? 3. No. Oh, this one. That one's me. I didn't get one. It just died. 4. Whoa! Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Got him. I got that one. Got that one.
And they don't typically taste the best. When you think of good tasting ducks, you're thinking of mallards, you're thinking of teal, you're thinking of pintail, but we're shooting a bunch of ringnecks. So the best way that we have figured out how to make diver ducks taste really good is by making jerky. We started doing this about 3 years ago. It's super easy. Everybody can do it. All you have to do is go out and buy a cheap dehydrator and then a couple simple ingredients, and you can have jerky within 2 days. It's a 2-day process. The first day is you're gonna be marinating it, so we're gonna show you guys that right now. And the second day, you're gonna be pretty much either smoking it or dehydrating it all day, whichever you choose to do. So first things first, we have our pile of meat here. You want to get about 3 to 5 pounds of meat, which is about what we have here, and then you got to slice it into some smaller little strips. If you see any feathers, get rid of them. But yeah, smaller strips. You can cut them nice and thin. You don't want them too thick, but you also don't want them too thin. You kind of want to try to make everything as universally same width as possible. This is a long process, so we're only going to show you a little bit of this, but you just take it, cut it nice and flat, and you can have big pieces, small pieces, but pretty much that's it. But we're going to get to cutting. We're going to cut all this up, and then we'll show you guys the next step. So we got all the meat all cut up, big old pile of meat. And the next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna take a big glass bowl or whatever type of bowl you got. They recommend with jerky for some reason, not a metallic bowl. I'm not sure why, but so we're gonna follow
some of the flavor somehow gets into the meat, which I'm not sure how, but I've read that.
So once we get our bowl all squared away, we're gonna I take teriyaki, so what the box calls for, and we're gonna be using this Cabela's jerky making kit.
It's the cure. It cures the meat.
It cures the meat. It's got a little bit of seasoning in it, but I add a little extra to it. I typically like adding crushed red pepper, and then instead of just a full cup of water, I add a lot of teriyaki, and just let that all soak in and marinate. So we'll go ahead, add our teriyaki. It's a half a cup of teriyaki. We're gonna add about a little over a half a cup of water, and it looks like a lot, but it'll all soak into the meat. You're gonna add your mix that comes with the kit, and then you're gonna I'll just add half the curing salt, and then we'll kind of mix it all up with our hands.
Is it going to adhere?
Oh, it's going to adhere to the meat right now. Mike loves when I say that for some reason. And then we're gonna add the rest of our salt in there, our curing. And this is good all year. I mean, I still have jerky from last year that we're still munching on. I mean, if you can kill a big pile of birds, you can make a ton of jerky. And it's great. And this recipe you can really use for anything. You can use for making jerky with wild hog. You can use it, we've used it for deer. And if you don't like a lot of heat, then don't use as much red pepper flakes.
And honestly, you can go like to Publix or your local supermarket and buy like a really cheap cut of meat for, you know, like a London broil or something that's, you know, you would never want to eat by itself, and make jerky out of it and have a great snack all year round. I've done that a couple of times too.
So one other thing I forgot to kind of get out is just some black pepper. If you have some more coarse ground black pepper, that's a little better, but I just load it up. That's probably good. Let it all soak in. What you're gonna do is you're gonna throw this in the fridge for anywhere from 8 hours to 24 hours. I typically try to get closer to 24-hour mark. The meat will actually soak up almost all of this fluid, just take in on that flavor, and then we'll start the whole dehydrating or smoking process. We will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, day 2. It's been about almost exactly 24 hours, which is perfect. And you can see the meat is totally saturated, and it's all, I mean, it's got that sauce all over it. So the next step's super easy. Any dehydrator you have, I mean, these things are not expensive. You can get one for under $100. And you're just gonna lay it out. This is actually Wade's dehydrator, so I'm assuming I'm doing this right. Mine's a little bit different. Mine's square, his is circle.
It's really difficult there.
It's this is it. You're gonna put it in here. What did we decide? A 185 or
185, 165.
Yeah.
For 5-6 hours.
If you put the temperature too low and you check it like, you know, 4 or 5 hours later and it's not really doing anything, just turn the heat up or just let it go longer. But 165 to 185, depending on your dehydrator, should be perfect. And yeah, that's it. And then, wait, how long do you say? 8 hours overnight?
Yeah, anywhere from 5 to 8 hours.
Luckily,
is typically good, but you gotta keep on checking on it, because it might, some pieces might be smaller and get too dry.
That's why we, you know, that's kind of reiterating why we want them to be pretty much the same size, so that they all dehydrate at the same amount. You know, you don't have one that's done and some that need more time. You want it to be as even as possible. But the good news is jerky is supposed to be dry and tough, so if it goes a little bit longer, it's still going to be good. It's pretty forgiving. But that's it, guys. We'll see you with the finished product in about probably in the morning. All right, finished product. Perfect snack, a little pick-me-up in the duck blind. So Tyler, you can try it.
Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Wow, that's spicy as hell.
What'd you put on?
Wow, that's really spicy. Actually, not too bad. It's good.
It's good.
Got some kick to it, but I mean, you really can't eat ringneck much more tasty than this. You can try and brine it, try and cook it medium rare. Jerky. All right, guys, we're gonna sit out here and see if we can scratch out a few more with our little mid-morning pick-me-up. Hope you guys like this video. Quick and easy way to get rid of some of your duck and eat some of the less tasty varieties. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back later.